Hi guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the finale of season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. Now, if you haven't seen the episode, there will be spoilers in this review, so stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled. So, here's my review of the finale of season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. When we saw the moment Vanessa asked Poindexter to kill Foggy, it was clear that he didn't want to do it, but Vanessa manipulated him by giving him his freedom. But I was glad that we got to see the moment, since it gave us official confirmation that Vanessa was behind Foggy's death, and she did it because what Foggy was doing would have revealed what Vanessa was doing in Red Hook. It was nice that Heather and Kirsten were by Matt's bedside when he woke up, but you could tell that Heather was upset when Matt thought that she was Karen. It also made sense that Heather and Kirsten didn't believe Matt when he told them that the Fisks were behind Foggy's death, since they thought he was out of it. But it was still annoying since he was telling the truth. So it was good that Matt was able to convince Kirsten to look into Foggy's case. Even though it didn't happen in the finale, I really want Heather and Kirsten to find out that Matt's Daredevil in season 2, because I want to see how they both react. When Commissioner Gallo told Sheila about his plan to stop Fisk, I was hoping that it would work, but it was obvious that Fisk wasn't going to be defeated this season. So it was really sad when it was revealed that Sheila had recorded what Commissioner Gallo had said and gave it to Fisk. Even though it was clear that Sheila regretted it, she obviously knew that if Fisk found out that she knew about Commissioner Gallo's plan and didn't tell him, that things wouldn't end well for her. And Fisk killed Commissioner Gallo very gruesomely. It wasn't a surprise that Matt was able to escape when Buck was on his way to Matt's hospital room to kill him, since Matt could hear Buck coming. But I was surprised that Matt was able to get from the hospital back to his apartment with no issues. And when Matt got back to his apartment, he realized Frank was there, And when Frank told Matt that he had made a promise to someone that he would get Matt out alive, it was obvious that that someone was Karen. It was impressive seeing Daredevil and the Punisher take out the members of the anti-vigilante task force who came to Matt's apartment to kill him. This was also the moment when Daredevil found out that Officer Cole North killed Hector. But it showed that Daredevil still had his morals, since he wouldn't kill Officer North and didn't approve of the Punisher killing the other officers. But while they were arguing about it, Daredevil heard a grenade go off and they jumped out the window. So it's safe to say that Officer North is dead anyway, since I doubt he would be able to survive the grenade, but who knows? I loved that when Matt told Karen that Vanessa hired Poindexter to kill Foggy, she believed him right away, and they decided to find out why together. And they found out that Foggy was planning on filing a motion to dismiss the case he was working on, since Red Hook is a free port. So Vanessa had him killed before the motion could be filed, so she could continue what she was doing. It was also really sweet when Matt realized that something was going on between Karen and Frank, since he could hear their heartbeats. But he also heard Karen's heartbeat when she first saw Matt after she returned. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I was proud of Frank when he refused to serve with the anti-vigilante task force after Officer Powell told him that they admired him, and it wasn't a surprise that he refused them. However, he could have lied and said he would work with them and get them to trust him and then backstab them. But that didn't happen. It was also good that Karen was able to convince Daredevil not to storm Red Hook, since she knew that he would either die or kill someone. And Karen told Daredevil that since Fisk had all the power, they wouldn't be able to stop him. But Daredevil told Karen that they could, but they just needed an army. I can't wait to see more of Karen in season 2. It was upsetting that Heather agreed to be Fisk's mental health commissioner, but I'm hoping that while she's working for Fisk, she'll realize that everything Matt told her about Fisk was true. Also, when Daredevil and Karen were at Josie's bar with Josie, Cherry, Angie, and some police officers who don't agree with what Fisk is doing. I was wondering if that was Matt telling Josie, Angie, and the police officers that he was Daredevil, since Karen and Cherry already know, or if they just agreed to help Daredevil fight against Fisk without knowing who he was. This season definitely ended well for Fisk and Vanessa, since they have vigilantes and other people who are against them trapped in cages, and Fisk put New York under martial law. But there are still people who don't agree with what Fisk is doing. So hopefully by the time season 2 ends, things are looking brighter. Also, something that I'm wondering, since Fisk put New York under martial law, and based on the trailer for the Thunderbolts, which comes out on May 2nd, it looks like the final battle is in New York. So will the martial law be mentioned? Or does the Thunderbolts take place before Daredevil Born Again in the Marvel timeline? This episode had an after-credits scene, which was Frank in his cage talking to one of the prison guards, Anthony, and it was funny that he was able to get Anthony to trust him and shake his hand, since when Anthony did that, Frank attacked him. It's clear that Anthony's not the smartest person, since if he was, he would have never agreed to shake Frank's hand. So it's clear that Frank is going to be able to free himself from his cage. Thanks for watching, guys! If you saw the episode, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my previous Daredevil Born Again reviews, check out the playlist. And I am planning to do reviews for season 2, so if you want to see those videos or any of my other future videos, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!